Hi everyone, my name is Chris Shelton. Want to give you a little prelim on my background, okay? I do have a master's degree in applied science. That's a confirmed fact, folks. And that's a fact, Jack. It's undebatable. I have a degree from NYC, New York University, folks. A lot of my haters say I don't have that degree, but I do. They're just jealous because I didn't graduate high school. Now, I was also a paid consultant for 2 out of the 3 years for the Aftermath show. I was also a paid consultant for an anti cult series that never aired, folks. And let's get in the meat and potatoes of why we're here tonight. I have many grievances about many SPTV creators. We're going to be digging deep into those, folks. Okay? So, yeah, like I said, I have many grievances, and we're going to go ahead and get into. Mom, can you make me a sandwich? I need a sandwich, folks, okay? That's a fact, Jack. That is a fact, Jack. Now, like I said, my name is Chris Shelton. I have a master's degree from New York University. I'm one of the good guys. I got a good guy award from the National Cult Association. You know, some people tried to sit with me. I didn't like that. They don't. Only people with master's degree could sit with me, Chris Shelton. And we're gonna get the meat and the potatoes of this pretty soon, folks. I'm just going through my notes, making sure everything's looking good. And we're gonna be going through another hate video that somebody had the nerve to make about me. And let's see if I can pull it up, folks. Okay. I think it's an outrage. And I should have did this before because it takes me a while. I usually have my mother put this up first, but she's busy. Okay. Stand by, folks. Oh, it's not cooperating. I don't know why, folks. Don't know why. This isn't cooperating. Like I said, my name is Chris Shelton. I'm trying to display a screen here. It's not working. Maybe I'll just redo it. I'm not sure what's going on here. Not sure. It's not letting me do anything, folks. I'm not sure, folks. How's everyone doing today? I can't see the chat. We're having some technical difficulty, folks. Oh, I pressed escape, and that worked. Appreciate everyone being here today. My name is Chris Shelton. I'm a good guy. Let me see if I can go back and try that again, though. Hope everyone's having a good 4th of July. Anyone that celebrates it. Appreciate everyone being here tonight. Like I said, I'm one of the good guys. How's everyone doing today? Like I said, I can't see the chat. Should have planned this out better. That's not what happened, though, folks. That's a fact, Jack. Well, maybe we'll just talk since I can't get the shared screen to work because I usually prep it before, but like I said, Melissa's not helping me out. No one's helping me out. It's not fair. It's not right. I'm being attacked at all angles, and that's not fair. It's just not fair, folks. You know, there's a lot of people that would like to see me off the air, and that's not going to happen. And you don't let the haters win. Okay, they're uneducated, bottom feeders, bums. You know, so we can't let them win. We can't let them escape justice. So that's a fact check. I've been doing this longer than anyone else on the internet. And most people are jealous of me because I went to New York University and earned my degree. Master's degree, folks. It proved I could do something. It proved I was a man. Most people, most people, most people, flunk out of high school. Most of my haters flunked out of high school. I'm the one with the degree. I'm the man. I did it. So people should be serving me better. I have so many people that it's jealousy that they want to destroy me. Okay. And I'm not going to let that happen. That is a fact, Jack. We got people. I'm so successful. I have people that watch my show just to comment on my show. So if I didn't go on the air, they wouldn't have a revenue stream if it wasn't for me. So I was thinking of taking a nice little extended vacation just so they wouldn't have a show to talk about. And I could do it too. I'm the Duke. You don't mess with the Duke, folks. I'm the only one that could do it. And like I said, I couldn't get the shared screen to work, folks, but we don't need the shared screen. We can talk about the haters. Who do you want to talk with? The big guy, the guy pulling the strings, talking about Aaron Smith Levin. He's the worst one of them all. I don't even know what to say. Aaron went on the air, read my text communication. He said if he made 150 videos, he would do 5 hate videos on me. You know what? Since you guys aren't paying attention, we're going back to reading our Commodore manual. We're on page 13. We got up to page 90 to go. So let's get to work, folks. Actually, we're on page 14. We're on page 14 of the CAD Pack Commodore 128 Software Programming Manual, folks, 1986. Divide mode. The third option for point specific is the divide mode. This allows you to specify a point, any fraction of the distance between two other points. The most frequent use is to put a point halfway between the two other points. To do this, you do the following. I need you guys to pay attention. Press the left arrow key. The border of the screen will turn purple to indicate that the divide mode is in effect. Now specify the first of the pairs and point by using either the draw cursor or the Commodore key and the keyboard. Okay. After you have set the first point, the screen border turns purple again. And now set the second point. Okay. After the second point has been specified, you will see the X and Y coordinates of the first and second point using the division. Okay. The CAD pack prompts you with the ratio and shows 1/2 equals 1/2. This means you are to enter the fraction, but instead of using the normal squiggly, put a comma between the numerator and denominator. The system will compute the position of the point using a fraction of the distance specified. And then move the cursor to the point of the screen. If you just press return, the default ratio will be 1/2 of the distance, folks. Let's take a little break and we'll keep going reading our Commodore 128 book, folks. Thanks for joining us. My name is Chris Shelton. I'm a graduate of New York University, a master's degree. Most of my critics are high school dropouts. And that is a fact, Jack. And we're going to keep reading the book, but I want to talk about the critics a little bit in this stream, folks. Now, they've gone too far. They're not only I can take care of myself. I don't worry about myself. But when you start calling, when my critics start calling my mother, they start calling my kid, they start calling my neighbors, they start calling my friends. That's over the line, So I'm upset now. So, like I said, I might have to take I might have to cancel my show because I don't need this. I have multiple revenue streams. I don't need to hate. The thing is, these people, they do whole shows about me. They don't have a life. They don't have. Their shows be nothing without me. They can just talk stupid about themselves, I guess, without me. But right after I do a show, they do a show about me. That's how important I am. I sign close to 50 autographs a day. I can't even go out to eat without signing up to 50 autographs a day. I get recognized everywhere I go. And, everyone just trying to use my success to get places. It's over. The thing is, folks, I make more money than my critics. I'm more important than them, my critics. I'm more charismatic than my critics. And they're jealous. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Yeah, I agree with Joe. It's a problem. My critics should shut their mouth, worry about themselves, not me. I'm the good guy. I agree. Thank you for support. See, these are the good people in the chat here. My critics wouldn't have a show if it wasn't for me, if they didn't have someone to make fun of. They're making fun of me because they wish they were me, folks. I've accomplished everything I've set out to do. And I have the proof. Folks. Okay, let's go back to page 15 of our Commodore CAD Pack 128 manual from 1986, folks. Oh, thanks, Joe. Yeah, I'm doing real good. Got some housework done earlier and relaxing now and having a good day. Thanks for being here. Glad you're doing well. Nice relaxing day. All right, page 15. Disk files. In order to separate the different types of files on disk pictures, objects, and patterns, each has been designated with a unique two-letter prefix in the file name. All main drawings files are saved with the M prefix. All Screen 2 picture files are saved with the P. All object files are saved on disk with O. All patterns are saved with disk Z. Okay. All templates have T as prefix. These prefixes are automatically added to the file name you can to get from the dictionary section if already there when you read or write a disk. Dictionary displays. Whew. Let's take a couple second break, folks. Oh. Okay, back to work, folks. We got a lot of work to do, if that's okay. 4.12, page 15 on your Commodore CAD Pack 128 manual. My name is Chris Shelton. I do have a master's degree from New York University. Master's degree, I'm a good guy. I got a good guy award from the National Cult Convention last month, folks. Okay. Oh. 4.12, a special directory display feature is included in the CAD pack. This allows easy selection of a file to be used in a subsequent read command. When you select a directory option, the size and name of the first 20 files on disk are shown following an entry number. Okay. To select the file to read, key and entry number of the corresponding name and press return. The file name corresponding to that entry number is automatically supplied to the next file name prompt. Okay. If you want to see the next 20 file names of the entry list, key 0 and press return. To see all the entries on a disk, use the directory option in the file utilities function. Oh, thanks, Joe. Yeah, no, that's great. Though it's worth money if you're serious. If the 90s computers are worth money, the 80s computers are really worth money. You know, I'm in the middle of trying to hook up a few old ones. I didn't try yet, but I have some at the other house. So if you do have, if you have a working computer from the 80s or even 90s, they're starting to be worth at least a couple $100 minimum. So many people threw them out. Maybe like, well, I think you're still throwing. A lot of people don't know they're worth money. But it's a shame that people don't know that. And, we should respect history, save everything that we could. Not everything, but, I personally think the Commodore computer was the best computer and still is the best computer. There's no reason everyone shouldn't be using a Commodore computer for everyday computing. It's my opinion that Commodore, and if someone doesn't buy the rights to Commodore, maybe I'll do it, folks, because the Commodore computer was a superior computer in every way, each and every day. The Commodore, you couldn't beat the Commodore for its versatility and strength. The other computers have no heart. Commodore had a heart. All right, so, and we didn't fully appreciate it back then. But you see these computers today, they all look the same, just like cars nowadays. So, you should respect your Commodore 64 or Commodore 128. Even respect the VIC-20. And so these are facts. So we should respect technology. Without the Commodore, we wouldn't have the internet. We wouldn't have any other personal computers. So that's a fact, Jack. So we should be responsible when we talk about the Commodore. It's the best computer, in my opinion. They're all great. All the 80s computers are great. All the 90s computers are great too, folks. The world was much simpler when we had the DOS system, the disk operating system, folks. So it's my opinion, it's the right opinion. It's a shame nowadays that we have to deal with haters. People are very hateful nowadays. And that's a fact, Jack. It's a fact backed up by documents. Oh, you are serious? Okay. It's worth money, depending on. Let me know. I mean, I'm sure you could look it up just as fast as I could tell you, but as you know, it's worth what someone will pay for it. If you got more than one, I would keep one for old time's sake. Maybe sell a couple other ones if you have extra ones. You know, hey, Kareen, how you doing? Nice to see you. Um, like if you have a working, oh, that's cool, Joe. I mean, I know kind of off the top of my head what they're kind of worth. Like I said, it's worth what someone will pay for it in the moment. But a working Apple IIe or Mac, you're talking with the monitor and everything, you're talking at least $500. A working Commodore, even without the monitor, you're talking a good one that's been recertified. You're talking between 250, 300. With the monitor, you're talking maybe 799, $800. Complete in the box, everything, including the discs, you can get between 800, maybe $1,200. They're not cheap nowadays, especially good ones. Yeah, they would last a lot longer. The old ones, Joe. You're right. I'm sorry, I'm not posting these comments. I'm not great at YouTube, folks. Uh, but yeah, I'd like to, if you dig it out, if you're always on the stream, Joe, let me know next time what kind it is. Like I said, I'm sure it's just as easy for you to go on eBay and just see what the other ones are going for. Just because they're asking that doesn't mean they're going to get that, but they're getting something close. You're gonna get if it works. Even if it doesn't work, even if the broken ones are still worth money. Yeah, 85 to 96. Even the ones from 96 were starting to be worth money. Not as much, but they are definitely. Like I said, if you don't need the money, try to at least save one of them. You know. Um, yeah, now I'm kind of interested in what you have. Oh, fireworks are starting. I have. I wish I would have went with my instinct because years ago, when oh, you'd really have them. Oh, Karen's into this stuff too. I didn't know that. Oh, wow, that's cool. Let us know. More about that, Karen. Um, I'm not an expert in any of this stuff, but I had a Commodore 128 and a VIC 20 growing up, so brings back old memories talking about it. And eventually, I'd like to buy. I know you can get the emulator. It's not, it's great to play, but I want the original computers. What was I saying? Also, oh, that's great. Yeah, they're worth money in my opinion. Like I said, they're worth what someone will pay. But if you go on, if you open up another screen, if you have the time and go on eBay, they're worth they're worth money. Not tens of thousands, but well, no, I can't say that. If you have like one of those '70s pet computers, those are worth, or an Apple Lisa, you're talking maybe 10, 15,000 if it works. Even if it doesn't work, they're worth a couple thousand. Yeah, I'm with your dad, Joe. Not to throw anything. Obviously, if you need the room, you have to part with stuff. But you know, Yeah, I don't blame you. I wouldn't sell either green. There's plenty of them on sale for people that want to buy them. Plenty of them on eBay. I don't blame you. I wouldn't. I'm not selling none of my stuff either. I'll work more hours if I need more money. I'm not selling the little. I have, like I said, I'm gonna eventually buy my Commodore back, but um, I have what is it? A Vendex, which I bought Vendex from the 80s, probably 86, 87. I got two monitors, the black and green screen and the orange and green screen, and the CPU. I have to find the cords to it, but I seen it in my garage, and I bought that for $10 at a garage sale. The guy selling it was almost making fun of me. He's like, "Why would you want that? You can't even get the internet." This is like 10, 15 years ago. He's like, "Just so you know, that will not. You can't get on the internet with that." This is back more than 10 years ago, maybe the year 2000, or even a little before that, 98, 99. Um, so I have those computers. I wish I would have kept going and kept buying computers like that, because I paid $10 for that one, which I'm never selling. And if I would have started collecting them back then, put them in an extra shed or basement or something, that would be a lot of money right now. And I don't care about the money, but just I want to get one up and running. That's great, Joe. And same with the typewriters. As you guys know, I have these aren't really worth money yet, but they're worth it to me. I use them to type my notes, and it's much more. I can be more creative on a typewriter than a word processor, than a newer style computer. They just don't have the soul. And okay, Dylan, we can switch to the Microsoft. We got plenty to pick from. Nice to see you, Dylan. Nice to see everyone, of course. Thank you for the groveling. Don't forget, we got to get to Algebra 1 one of these days, folks, too. But a request is a request. All right, we'll do it, Dylan. Let's see if we can find an old one. We got this one from 2000, WordPerfect. We got this Microsoft. Let's see what year this is from. This is Microsoft Word 2.0. So the second one. Good to see you too, Dylan, and everyone. This is 1991-92. Yeah, I don't know too much about him, Joe, but yeah, definitely email him. I'm interested in what you have now. We could talk about it even next stream, or you're always on here, Yeah, I won't be on tomorrow probably, but I'll be on the weekend. Just going through the book right here. There's a lot of prelim on this book here. Wow, and this book has, if you have any questions back in the, I don't know if it's still set up, but they actually have a telex number. You could telex Microsoft any questions. Of course, this book is from 1991-92. Be interesting if you knew how to use a telex, if they're still available. See if they answer you. Let me just sip of my beverage and I'll keep reading, folks. And like I said, folks, my name is Chris Shelton. I have a degree in applied science from New York University. I'm a good guy. Won a good guy award from the National Cult Convention last month. They said I was a good guy. They said I was a good seed. No one's ever won that award. No one ever will win it again. I'm the winner. I'm the one. Oh. Okay. So, like I said, this is Microsoft Word 2.0. Wow, that is a fun fact, Kareen. That's great. Kareen says, fun fact, I had to learn by manual how to use an office computer because the boss, bought it and did not know how to use it. I learned it in a minute because I have a PhD and yeah, it's great. Yeah, not many people. For anyone, I was a kid back then, but obviously, people were afraid of computers in the '80s, and people thought they were a fad and blah blah blah. And they didn't in the '80s before the internet. They didn't do that much, anyways, unless you were really smart and knew how to program them. I just played games on them, so I got both MIT and New York University, Dylan. That's how educated of a man I am. Okay. Let's see where we're going to start here. I guess we'll start on page 1. Hold on one sec, folks. Stand by, folks. Thanks for being here. Sorry about that, folks. I had to reply to somebody. You have Word 2030. Wow, that's cool, Dylan. Yeah, the future things are good too. I try to keep up at least somewhat with technology. If you don't keep up with technology, at least minimally, you'll be left behind. If you want to be, unfortunately, if you want to be a part of society, you have to learn at least the basics. In my opinion, which my opinion is always right, because my name is Chris Shelton, as you guys knew and approve and deal. So, all right, let's get back to work. Let's get back to the book. We've got a lot of work to do. It's Microsoft version 2, folks. Your first Word document. This chapter presents the basic skills and concepts that you need to start using Microsoft Word immediately. Yeah, you should share it with us peasants, Dylan. Okay, in this chapter you will learn to start Word and display a document on your screen. Type and edit text. Create a new document and open an existing document. Save your work for future use. Make simple changes to your document's appearance, such as making bold, centering a heading, and indenting a paragraph. Listen to Karen, people. Listen and learn. You will also learn how to print a document. You'll also learn how to close a document and quit Word. Howdy, Parentology. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, Dusty, too. My name is Chris Shelton. I have a master's degree from New York University and MIT. I'm a good guy. I'm one of the good guys. I got a Good Guys Award from the National Cult Convention. And that's a fact check. And thank you guys for being here and paying attention. Okay. Yeah, Dusty, I'm having a good fourth. Hopefully you are too. It's great to be with you guys. Okay, so page one. This is Microsoft version 2 from what year is this again? 1991, 1992. Okay, back to work. In this chapter, you will. Well, like I said, Melissa's on strike right now, Dusty, because she filed for a divorce, and you know, it hurts my heart when she talks negatively about me. She told me to get a job. She told me YouTube wasn't a real job. I told her that was going too far. I told her she should have two jobs. Right now, she only works 50 hours a week. She works 7 to 5, gets home around 5:45. It's not till about 6:30 that dinner is ready. So she might as well work till 10 or 11, folks. It's not my problem. In any event, um, so and until Melissa can step up and make my supper, make my dinner, I'll have my mother do it, folks, since Melissa's not capable. So I know, Dusty. I don't need her. I don't. I need a servant though, because I can't be doing peasant work. I'm too important for that. I have 2 degrees, one from MIT, one from New York University. So if you could show me somebody with 2 master's degrees that are better looking than me, more educated, and then we could have a serious talk. But right now, all I have is haters. We got people like Aaron Smith Levin going on the air and saying if he makes 150 videos, 5 of them will be about me, Chris Shelton. What kind of hate is that? The guy has too much hate in his heart. He shouldn't do that. We have Oh No Nora making hate videos about me. We have some Diane lady, I don't know who she is. She made a hate video about me. The haters need to back off. I agree with Kareem. Okay? I'm a very educated guy, very well educated guy. I'm a good looking guy, as you guys knew. Okay? So I can get any girl I want. I don't have to, Melissa, if she doesn't want to serve her man, she should back off. She should, give me the house and the car, and she could have the kids and leave, and that's the fact, Jack. Okay? So, back to our book. Page 1, Microsoft, version 2. In this chapter, you, this chapter provides enough information to get you started using Word to produce a simple document. Okay? The following paragraphs may help you to determine whether or not this chapter is appropriate for you. Well, they were serious when they made these books, weren't they, folks? Jeez. Okay. If you haven't, and nowadays you don't even get books, do you? You just, I don't know. I'm drifting now, folks. Okay. Let's have a sip of our beverage. I don't know what's going on with Liz Gale. She should have took the money from the aftermath, folks. Okay, back to work. If you haven't installed, if you haven't installed, if you haven't yet installed Word, you must run the setup program to install Word. Hey, Ross, Jen, how you doing? No, Kareen, I've started drinking my problems away because of my haters made me do it. I I have nothing. I'm in my studio all day trying to make good content for my fans. And my wife, Melissa, has the nerve to tell me that I'm good for nothing? It's not right. It's not fair. Okay. Thank you for your support, everyone. Okay, back to work, folks. If you haven't installed Word yet, you must run the setup. I'll read this paragraph over. You must run the setup to install Word. Then refer to this chapter for basics about using Word. For information on installing Word, see Microsoft Word Getting Started. I'm getting drunk off of the non-alcoholic, Dylan. That's a fact. That is a fact, Jack. It's because of my haters that I have to drink, and so that's a fact. Okay. Oh. The more that my haters insult me, the more powerful I get. All right. So I'm not worried about me getting hurt, but my haters have. Thank you, Corrine. See, Corrine's a good person. She respects my authority. But my haters, you know, they've gone too far. I could take care of myself, but when you contact my mother and call her about me, you call my friends all the time about me. It's crossing a line. They didn't sign up for this. I did. I'm famous. I've always been famous. People are jealous of my fame, my fortune. And that's a fact. Okay, let's get back to work. If you're new to the Windows operating environment, you should learn Windows fundamentals, using the mouse, working with Windows, and opening and closing documents before you begin your work with Word. Thank you, Karen. However, if you are short of time and don't have a Windows manual available, this chapter briefly covers the techniques you'll need to start working with Word for Windows. Okay. If you're new to word processing, if you've always worked on a typewriter, you may not know where to begin or how to use a word processor. This chapter guides you through a typical work session, from starting a new document to printing the final version. It also points out some typing habits to avoid when working in Word. Okay? If you're new to Word, if you are changing to Word from another word processor, you probably already know the tasks you want to accomplish, but you may not know how to accomplish them in Word. The techniques and features introduced in this chapter are those you'll use most often. If you don't find a specific term, it may have a different name in Word. Refer to the index in this book for its equivalent. If you want to use your computer to learn Word, start Word and choose the Getting Started command from the Help menu to use online sessions. For information about starting Word and choosing commands from menus, see Choosing. Next page. See choosing commands and starting word. Later in this chapter, if you need more information, see Chapter 5, Using Help and Online Lessons. Once again, this is WordPerfect version 2. What year was it again? 91, 92? Take a few second break, folks. Go ahead and absorb that knowledge. Sip of our beverage. Thanks, Kareem. Glad you're here. And folks, we almost went to a waterfall today, but thank you, Dylan. Since Melissa's not capable of doing her household work, I had to come home and do laundry, so we decided to do this, so it's Melissa's fault. As always. Okay. Get back to work here. Before you begin your work with Word, I agree, Dylan. Before you begin your work with Word, before you start work on your first document, make sure you have installed Windows, a printer driver for your printer, and the necessary fonts. Wow, you had to do a lot of stuff just to get your computer up and running. For more information on installing printers and fonts, see your Windows documentation. Imagine someone doing this nowadays. You could use the keyboard or the mouse to carry out any action in Word. If you are not familiar with using a mouse or keyboard, or with choosing commands in Windows, read the following information. Using the mouse. Okay. The mouse controls a pointer on the screen. You move the pointer by sliding the mouse over a flat surface in the direction you want the pointer to move. You don't press the mouse button when you move the mouse. If you run out of room or move the mouse, lift it and then put it down. The pointer doesn't move while the mouse is in the air. The mouse has 2 buttons. You use the left button for most tasks in Word. Moving the mouse and pressing the mouse button are the only actions involved in basic skills of pointing, clicking, and dragging. Pointing. Moving the mouse to a place the pointer over an item is called pointing. Clicking. Pointing to an item on your screen and then quickly pressing and releasing the mouse is called clicking. You select items on the screen and move around in a document called clicking. Double click, pointing to an item, and quickly pressing the mouse twice is a convenient shortcut for many tasks you'll do in Word. Dragging. Holding down the mouse button as you move the pointer is called dragging. You could use this technique to select text in your documents. Thanks, Karen. Very good, Karen. Thank you. Thank you for your support, Ross Jim. Okay, using the keyboard. My name is Chris Shelton. I have a master's degree, one from New York University, one from MIT, so I'm very educated. I'm a good guy. Got a good guy award from the National Cults Convention. So now we can keep going, folks. This is good review from shows you how hard things used to be in the early 90s here. Thanks for bearing with me. Be right back. Okay. Using the keyboard. To provide keyboard information, the Word document uses some special conveniences. The keys on your keyboard may not be labeled exactly as they appear in this manual. For example, the control key is shown as CTRL and the escape key is shown as ESC. Okay. Keys are often used in combinations or sequences. For example, Shift F1 means to hold down Shift while pressing the F1 key. And Alt F means to press and release each of the keys in order: Alt, then F, then A. Okay. Arrow keys is the collection name used for up arrow, down arrow, left arrow, right arrow. And this is WordPerfect 2 for anyone just joining us from 1991, 1992. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay. Choosing commands. We're on page 3, WordPerfect 2. To choose a command from a menu, you could use the mouse or press a key combination. In Word documentation, key combinations are provided after the menu and command names. For example, if a procedure step states from the File option, choose Open, FO, use the mouse and or keyboard as described in the following sequence. To choose a command, point to the File menu, then click the left mouse. Point to the Open command, then click the left button. Press the Alt key to activate the menu bar, then press F to open the File menu. Press the O to open command. And it shows you a picture of it. Okay. Page 4, Part 1, things to know about Word. If you choose a command name that is not followed by 3 dots, the command is carried out immediately. If the command name is followed like the open command in the preceding illustration, Word displays a dialog box in which each procedure is true, Dylan. We'll have to risk the copyright strike. That's a good point, though. You never know. Because we are reading this verbatim. Microsoft likes their money, folks. And that's another reason why I like older computers. When you bought an older computer, the word processing program was free for the life of the computer. Nowadays, you have to buy it yearly or whatever. You have to buy something. They always want money. Money, money, money. Oh. Yeah, they do, Carrie. I don't blame them, but they're a little too big. But we're probably not going to go on too much longer, folks. Well, let's keep going for a few more minutes here. Starting word. Word setup automatically creates the word for Windows 2.0 program group. The word setup icon and the word application icon. The dialog editor is a good tool to use to create dialog boxes for Word Basic Micro. Okay. In Windows, the Word icon is displayed in the Word for Windows 2.0 group. Okay. To start Word. Yeah, I know, Dylan. It's crazy. It's crazy. Do you guys remember that? When you bought it, it used to be free. I know that for a fact. And I don't know, I think around maybe 15 years ago, I couldn't believe it. I don't know if I bought a computer or someone did, and you get like 3 months free of it, and then they want money. There's a couple ways you can kind of work around it. If you work at a university like I do, you could download theirs as long as you work there, which is legit. So get a job at a university, folks. Or if you're a student, they do it also. And it was kind of a pain to do the first time, but I'm not paying for WordPerfect. I'll go to a library before I pay for WordPerfect, folks, and I use it every day. Okay, off my little tangent there. To start Word, you can start Word. And my name is Chris Shelton. I have 2 master's degree, one from New York University, one from MIT. I'm the most educated guy in the room, so you can start Word by either using the mouse or the keyboard. If Windows is not already running, type WIN at the command prompt. Double-click the Microsoft Word icon. Or do one of the following. If the Microsoft Word icon is selected, press Enter. If the Microsoft Word icon is not selected, use the arrow keys to select the Word icon and press Enter. If the Microsoft Word icon is not selected and the word for Microsoft 2.0 group Windows is not active, press Control-Tab until the group is active. Hey, witness. Yep, this is Microsoft 2.0 from 1991-1992. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, a group is active when the title bar is an icon and the group is highlighted. Then select the word icon and press Enter. Page 5, Microsoft 2.0, 1991-1992. Okay. Selecting a printer. If you installed more than one printer when the setup of Windows, the first time you start Word, you'll need to make sure that the active printer is the one that you want to use to print your Word documents. If you have one printer selected while you work in a document and select a different printer to print some font sizes and other characters, formatting options may not be available when you print this document. Once you select a printer, you won't need to do this again unless you select a new printer, install a new printer, or want to change to a different printer. For information about selecting a printer, see Chapter 4, Printing a Document. Okay. Beginning work on a document. When you start Word, you see the basic Word screen or workplace. There's a new empty document is where a new document is automatically opened for you. A new document is preset to use the standard 8.5 by 11 paper with a 1.5 inch left and right margins and a 1 inch top margin. You could use these in other default settings if you want to change the document's appearance. You can begin typing in the document just as you would on a clean sheet of paper in the typewriter. Wow, it actually says that. You can start typing in a document just as you would on a clean sheet of paper in a typewriter. You can also open an existing document. Okay, like I said, this is Microsoft Word 2.0 from 1991-1992. Page 6, Part 1, Things to Know About Word. My name is Chris Shelton. I have 2 master's degrees, one from New York University, one from MIT. I'm the most educated person in the room and the greatest. So thank you for being here, folks. Okay. How's my hair, folks? Thank you. The word screen. Thank you, Green. The following illustration shows some important types of the word screen, followed by a brief description. They're showing all 1990s font. Very nice. Okay, so now they're just doing some review here. Title bar displays Microsoft Word and the name of the active document. Menu bar contains a list of menus. You open menus and then choose commands from them to instruct Word to perform actions. Toolbar. With the mouse provides instant access to frequently used Word documents. Ribbon and ruler. Help you quickly change the appearance of text. Text area. Displays text and graphics. Insert point. Shows where text will be inserted where you type. Okay. Mouse pointer. Shows where the next action will occur if you click the mouse button. The mouse pointer is shaped like an I-beam when you point and text, and the arrow when you point select or the selection bar on the left side of the screen. Okay. End mark shows the end of the document. The end mark moves when you type. This is WordPerfect 2.0, 1991-1992, folks. Scroll bars, page 7, your first Word document. Page 7, scroll bars. Indicate your location in the document. With the mouse, display other pages by clicking the scroll bar and the scroll arrow by dragging the scroll box. Status bar. Okay. Displays information about the active document or active command. Selection bar. Unmarked area along the left side of the window that helps you select text with a mouse. In the selection bar, the mouse pointer is an arrow. Okay. Typing in a document, folks. Working in Word is easier than typing on a typewriter. Wow, they really like to mention the typewriter. Noting, nothing is on the paper until you print the document. So you can reword a phrase as many times as you'd like and correct errors as you go. Before you begin typing, position the insert point where you want to insert the text. If the document doesn't create text, The insert point is already positioned for you. To position the insert point, click the mouse where you want to position the insert point. Or make sure the number lock is not on. Press the arrow key or the home and page up, page down key. For more information on using keys to position the insert point, see Chapter 3, Typing and Revisiting a Document. Tip: you can't position the insert point past the end mark at the end of the document. If you want to create some blank space before typing, press the Enter key. To add text to a document, position the insert point where you want to insert new text. Type the new text. As you type, the insert point advances to the right. Word automatically adjusts the text between the right and the left margins, starting a new line where necessary. This is called word wrap. That's page 7. That's where we should leave off, folks. Page 7. Keep this book open so we can remember that, folks. Oh. Don't worry, we got a lot of other books to read. That's the older one, 91, 92. We still have Algebra 1. We want to get to that soon. We're only on page 17 of the Commodore CAD Pack 128 manual. So we have plenty of materials to go through. I might go through, we might do another grass growing 7 later. Grass is still here, grass is still looking good. So, in that one, I won't be on the screen, the grass will be on the screen, and I'll be monitoring the chat until I fall asleep. And that's a fact, Jack. It's a fact backed up by documents. And it's a fact backed up by the facts, folks. Karen likes the grass. Anyone else like the grass, folks? Anyone else think we should do grass growing 7 later tonight? And just so you guys know, Aaron from Growing Up in Scientology, the grass growing 1, he actually commented on, which offended me, Chris Shelton, because he said it was funnier than, I don't know what he was talking about. He said it was funnier than the real Chris Shelton, which I am the real Chris Shelton. It took about an hour witness. The ice cream really fully didn't melt because it really wasn't real ice cream. And I mean, it was real ice cream, but doesn't melt that good because it's made with, I don't know what it's made with, folks. I didn't even want to read the ingredients list. It was a little scary. It melted about 75% of the way, and then it was just like, I don't even know, it was something you would, modified food or something. So scary we're putting that stuff in our bodies, folks. And I know I haven't ate ice cream since, folks. So, like I said, we got grass growing. Yeah, I do need to get some training, some copies of my degrees, because they're very special to me. Yeah, it was melting goobly gabbly, and that's a fact, Jack. That's a fact backed up by documents. Like I said, we meant to talk about the haters, but we had a request to read the Microsoft manual, which I love to do. One of these days, if everyone approves, we'll do a 10-hour stream reading, folks. And that's a fact, Jack. That's a fact backed up by the truth. All right, does anyone have any final words? We're just coming back on doing grass growing 7, so we're not going that far. All right, folks. Hopefully, you, unless you're busy, you could join me on Grass Growing 7. I'll be in the chat. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate the support, everyone. It was lovely being here. I'll see you guys later. Have a great night.